dyslexia an eye problem?
Well, they used to think dyslexia was vision because they noticed that some kids were looking at was and saying saw, or they looked at top and they said pot. Like, oh, they're seeing the words backwards. So there's some concern that they really were struggling. And most all parents, or even adults who have dyslexia, which, by the way, that includes you and me, would mix up B's and D's early on before they'd had full remediation. And the question was, are they seeing the letters backwards? Are they seeing the words backwards? But what they began to realize is, okay, if you saw pot backwards, and that's why you said top, then you would have to see the backwards too, and we'd expect you to say et. But they don't. People with dyslexia don't read words backwards. Otherwise, they would read every word backwards. More likely is they're just flipping a few words around because they're reading by one system, which is the ability to memorize words, like sight words that you can't sound out, like yacht, though, somewhere. Those are not phonetic words, and the best chance you have of learning them is you just have to memorize them as a whole word with the sound structure that goes with the word. So there are studies that show some differences in visual processing. There are some kids who can have co-occurring visual processing inefficiencies, like visual perceptual skills that aren't as strong, or depth perception that's not as strong, or convergence that's not as strong, or they struggle to copy from the board down to paper, which has a visual component but a motor component too. And those can be co-occurring, but they're not looked upon, nor does the research support that those are actually causal factors that are causing the reading problems. So consequently, there's a white paper, I think it was 2009 and again in 2014, where both the American Academy of Pediatrics and I believe it was the National Association of Ophthalmologists, the MD eye doctors, came out and said there's no justification for vision therapy for reading problems. If you're losing your place and you're skipping words, that's not necessarily causing the reading problems, except for you're losing your place. It's not really affecting your ability to sound out words. It's not affecting your ability to recognize words one at a time by sight. So long answer is it's a piece of the puzzle. It's something to look into. Short answer is vision problems don't cause the reading problems that we know as dyslexia.
Okay.